Jarrett Stidham is going to lead the Broncos to the Super Bowl over New England on Sunday. Ooh. Believe it or not.
See, I'm not going to be the wet blanket that Dan wants me to be. I'm going to say believe it. There was a blizzard. There was a blizzard in Panama City last year. All right, so it's possible. There's things that could happen. And I'm just saying there is a...
No, you got to go.
Listen,
Panama City?
it's that kind of percentages that I'm going with here, fellas. I got to say believe it. It just makes more fun. Believe it.
We got to talk about this
one
in a minute. We got to talk about Dan Graziano. I mean, I've heard so many people, he loves Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham and I have thrown the same number of passes in the NFL the last 2 seasons, and now he's being thrown out there in the AFC Championship game.
He loves Jarrett Stidham. He loves him differently than he loves Bo Nix. Like Jarrett Stidham's his backup quarterback. Handpicked. One of the first people signed to the organization after Sean Payton got the job. He believes Jarrett Stidham can run his offense. Now, can he do the things Bo Nix can do with his legs? No. Is he coming in raw? Like we want to say, Jeff Hostetler, Nick Foles, those guys played in December, right?
Like football.
That's
It's not no comparison.
Can I say this about backup quarterbacks as well? Like they're always your favorite guy in the building because they're great guys, but there's different reasons why you bring backup quarterbacks in the building, right? The way they break down film, the way they could help shepherd in your quarterback that you're going to go draft. There's a lot. So when people talk about they love him, like what but to your point. Do I think Stidham's going to lead them to a Super Bowl victory? I do not. As good as their defense is, I think too much quarterbacks at this time of the year have to make too many plays for a guy who hasn't played that much ball is going to be able to make.
I believe there's a scenario in which Sean Payton schemes up a game plan for Jarrett Stidham that is successful, and if the Patriots play poorly and Drake May keeps fumbling, they can steal this game and get to the Super Bowl. Hard to see him doing it twice.
Right.
But I am not a wet blanket, contrary to my reputation. I think this is possible.
Let's get the last one.
Reputation.
Yeah, am I crazy to think that the Denver Broncos are going to win with Jarrett Stidham? Is that crazy? Is that crazy? Am I too much of a sucker for the underdog backup quarterback, never really given a shot moment? I don't know, but I am getting excited. I am believing it. But before we talk about Jarrett Stidham, I just think that there's just not enough talk around Bo Nix. And I'm going to show this chart on a few videos because I really want to make sure that people see it, because since Bo Nix got hurt, people aren't really lingering on Bo Nix and his performance, what he accomplished, and it's just not fair. I understand why this is the way the world works. You keep up or get left behind. I mean, it's just, think about when we're watching a football game, someone, Bo Nix or any quarterback, could have an absolute gruesome injury. They get carted away. They get taken immediately to the hospital, and they're like, everyone's all bumped, and then it's like, all right, we got to go out there and play now. And it's like, all right, what is it? 2nd and 10. Okay, let's go. Come on. They blow the whistle and we go. Right? Right? And that's just the way it is. And that's the way it is even right now. Bond's getting injured and it's like, all right, he's not playing. He may as well not even be on the team right now. Like that's just the way it is. And that's the way how the media is going to treat it as well, because that's the way how the team is treating it. And so it's like, yeah, we're going to talk more about Jarrett Stidham right now than Bo Nix. But then because of that, we miss out on what Bo Nix was able to do. So what I did was I took the main quarterbacks, the big four, and I took their first playoff win, and I put them all together. And what Bo Nix did is absolutely awesome. And it's funny because I kept saying Bo Nix is like Josh Allen light, and there's a lot of similarities. There is a lot of similarities. It's not a shock that both those quarterbacks had 3 total touchdowns, that both those quarterbacks had the most passing attempts. So they had to do the most for their team. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. But Bon Nix had 58 pass attempts. Joe Burrow only 36. Josh Allen 46. Lamar Jackson 40. Patrick Mahomes 44 total yards. Bo Nix 308 total yards. Joe Burrow 242. Josh Allen 378. This is why Josh Allen is a monster. He had to get 378 total yards to lead the Bills for a first playoff win in like 20 years or whatever the heck it was. Lamar Jackson 350. Lamar also had a beast of a game. Patrick Mahomes 286 total touchdowns. 3 for Bo Nix, 2 for Joe Burrow, 3 for Josh Allen, 2 for Lamar Jackson, 1 for Patrick Mahomes. Rushing first downs, 4 for Bix, 0 for Joe Burrow, 3 for Josh Allen, 5 for Lamar Jackson. Go get it, Lamar. And Patrick Mahomes, 1 PFF grade. Only 3 quarterbacks were above 80. Bonick, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson, 68.1. Patrick Mahomes, 71.2. 2, the deep ball performance. So, how much pressure did they put on their quarterback to make a big throw, to make a big play? Well, Joe Burrow, 0 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, 0 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes, 0 touchdowns. Josh Allen, 1 touchdown. And Boyks, 2 deep ball touchdowns. He was 4 for 6, 107 yards, and a 149.3 pass rating. Joe Burrow, 2 for 4 for 57 yards. Again, Josh Allen, 4 for 5, 129 yards. Lamar Jackson, 1 for 4 for 28 yards. And Patrick Mahomes, despite having Tyreek 0 for 6, 0 yards, and a 39.6 passer rating. And then what about team rushing support? Again, this is where I keep comparing Josh Allen to a Bo Nix. 41 other rushing yards from, other players. Joe Burrow 85, Josh Allen 42, Lamar Jackson 100, and Patrick Mahomes 172 yards. So you realize when you combine Josh Allen and Lamar and Bo Nix combined, or just double each of their numbers individually, it's still less than that. It's when you double Bo Nix run support that he got. If you double it, it's still less than that. It's nearly half that. You'd have to double it. You have to double the double to get to catch up and still be below what Patrick Mahomes got out of the run support from his team in his first playoff win. These sound like little things, but they're not. Because what I'm highlighting is the burden and the weight of what the quarterback needed to do to get the job done and win this game. And the defensive points that were allowed, again, another shocking surprise. Josh Allen's team gave up 24 points. Bo Nix's team gave up 30 points. Joe Burrow, 19. Lamar Jackson, 13. Patrick Mahomes, 13. Okay. Joe Burrow went up against the Raiders and Derek Carr. Lamar Jackson went up against Ryan Tannehill and the Titans. Patrick Mahomes went up against retiring Andrew Luck and the Colts. Bo Nix had to go up against literally Josh Allen. He had to go up against Josh Allen. That's pretty wild. And Josh Allen went up against Phillip Rivers and the Colts, which I believe that was probably his final year, I think. Though his team still gave up 24 points. Surprise, surprise. So, yeah, what Bo Nix did was incredible. What Bo Nix did was awesome. What Bo Nix did is being under-discussed, unfortunately, and yet it was awesome. It was awesome. And especially when you compare it to the other Big Four quarterbacks who they had to go up against to get their first playoff win, what they had to do for their team individually. Bo Nix, in many cases, did more, had to overcome more, and clearly had to go up against significantly better quarterback. That's for sure. And his team gave up the most amount of points. And yet Bo Nix had to do the most 58 pass run attempts, most total touchdowns, second most rushing first downs, most deep ball passing, the least run support out of any other team. Again, it's 41, but Josh Allen 42. But still the least run support and the most points given up. Seems like Bo Nix had just a little bit harder of a path to get that first playoff win compared to, say, what these other 4 guys had to go through. Don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of what Bo Nix brought to the table, despite how good or not good Jarrett Stidham ends up playing. And so that's what makes this such a bummer, because we should be talking right now. Will Bo Nix lead the Broncos to the Super Bowl? And then I'd show you the same stats and be like, this is what Bo Nix did. What does he have in store against New England now? And it's just so, we don't have that right now, but we do got Jarrett Stidham, you do got Sean Payton. And so you still do have this coach-quarterback duo. And what they said about Jarrett Stidham being handpicked, this is what I had said before. Like, Sean Payton is specifically saying, I want Stidham here. I want him here. And he's stuck around. So there is belief. There is clearly belief and comfort with STDM. They clearly see each other eye to eye. They're speaking the same language. That really does matter. That matters tremendously. So, as long as Stidham doesn't let the moment get to him and just make like really bad mistakes and miss opportunities where you have someone open and he just throws it at his feet. As long as you just get an average game from STDM. And I don't mean average like production necessarily. I just mean like an average performance in terms of like how good was your accuracy on Sunday? Like average, like it wasn't anything crazy, right? But it wasn't anything bad either, right? How comfortable were you versus, dealing with the pressure, like defensive pressure, not external pressure. As long as you're just average, he did pretty well. He did. His performance individual was pretty good. It was average, it was good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't out of this world. It was just, yeah, he did pretty good. That should be enough to be able to beat the New England Patriots, especially if your defense rises occasion. Especially if you can actually get the run game going. Like, you don't need an elite performance. And so this is what's going to be so fascinating to see what type of strings Sean Payton pulls. And does he outcoach himself? Does he overthink it? Like, is he smart? Like, I'm so excited to see how Sean Payton handles this. He will show us all we need to know. He will show us all we need to know. And so you can bring up like the Nick Foses in the world, but the Nick Foles needed to be elite. Nick Foles needed to play out of his mind to win that Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. So like that was a different beast entirely. That really was. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Jarrett Stidham and his potential to lead the Broncos to a Super Bowl? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be a part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.